Hello everyone, Sock here. It's 2 a.m. again, so that means it's time for another craft. Back in the ancient year of 2023, I made this clown sweater, and I loved it, but not completely. You know, I love the Clowncore vibes it brings to the table, and it really is like the one sweater I've crocheted that I like really love to wear, but I can feel the mistakes every time I put it on, so I get the ick. Don't inspect this picture too closely, or you'll see the mistakes. The collar and the hem. Don't look at it. And that irrational anxiety that is going to unravel with anything that you crochet and put on. So I have some excess yarn from when I originally did that project, and I want to use it all, and I want to use the yarn in the original sweater. So I just want to redo it all and just make it the way I envisioned it originally. So for the original sweater, I used this tutorial for the Tunisian crochet entrelac diamond pattern by Naztazia. Link in the description. She does amazing stuff. Love her stuff. Hope I said all of that right. And the yarn I used was the Red Heart favorite stripe yarn. So I used about 8.5 balls of this yarn for this remake, kind of, I think around there. But if you got like the jumbo Red Heart ball version of it, I'm sure it would be less. After I made a few rows of the new sweater, I decided to unravel the old one. God damn, it took a long time. I also made like the biggest ball of yarn I've ever seen in my life. Like I couldn't hold it in one hand. Anytime I tried, I'd drop it, and it sounded like a small child hitting the floor.
Justine! No!
Oh my god, did Justine just fall down the stairs?
It made the most massive ball of yarn I have ever seen. Why have big balls when you can have one mega ball? A mega Magnus Hunkadunka giant ball. Peep the Goober Bingus cameos. My hairless cat Goober Bingus loves chilling on me when I crochet. He loves eating the yarn. He loves fighting the yarn. At one point he hissed at the yarn and then went to sleep. So, you know, he's vibing. So after all that unraveling, I got back to crocheting. What I did here was the Tunisian entrelac diamond pattern. So I made 25 diamonds for a row around my abdomen, and I did like 5 stitches by 5 stitches. So one row I would do the front loops, and then one row I'd go through the back, and I did that back and forth for about 16 rows. If you're trying to copy what I did, like a 5 by 5 diamond, it was like 10 stitches per diamond and then add one on the end. So if you did 25 like me, you would have 251 for that first chain to make the diamonds. Ooh, math, it's hard. For the rows of the back loops, I actually did 5 by 6, so I would just go back into the same stitch for that last top row, because when I did 5 by 5 it looked a little too small. So I don't know, you know, you can freestyle like I did. Every time you go to a row, you have to cut the yarn and start again, because if you try to go continuous, the diamonds won't line up. I'm sure you could figure something else out. I couldn't. It was a headache, so I just chopped it, went to the next row. Did I tuck in the ends? No, because I'm the only one wearing this. If it was for someone else, I would, so don't judge me. I did 16 rows for my abdomen, and then for the chest, I just slowly decreased until I got to 4 diamonds. So I did like 12 for the front, 13 on the back, and it kind of made this cool diagonal triangle line. Then I made the collar, so it was about a chain of 30 stitches, back loops only, single stitches, woohoo, back to normal. In between the chest and the back, I added like 10 rows of that single crochet just to give some buffer room for my shoulders. Looked like a really funky turtleneck for a while, like a tank top turtleneck. So then I moved on to the hem. I just did it directly onto the sweater. I didn't do it apart and then sew it on. At the peak of the diamond point, I do 5, and then at the dip where the angles meet of the next diamond, I did 7, and then 6 in between. So it'd be 5, 6, 7, 6, 5. And I just did that all the way around. So you do the 5 down, slip stitch, 6, 6, slip stitch, 7, 7, back and forth. And if it felt off, I just freestyled it. And then I moved on to the arms. So for the arms, diamond thing again. So I did 10 diamonds for each sleeve for up to about my shoulder. So that would be 101 stitches. Quick math. I already did it, so of course I know it off the top of my head. I'm not that quick. I'm not good at math. That's why I didn't go to math school. I went to art school. You couldn't tell, could you? So, yeah, 101 stitches. Then you make your 10 diamonds. Then you make your 16 rows. And then for the shoulders, what I did is kind of like similar to the chest. I just decreased. So from where you want to end up to your shoulder, so you're 9, 8, 7, all the way to 1. And it makes a cool diagonal. And then you can connect the diagonals that you made from the chest turtleneck to your sleeves. Then for the cuffs, all I did was I matched up 9 of the diamonds to each other and crocheted them together on the inside of the sweater. So when you put it outside, you can't see the stitches. But I only did 9 and not the full 10 so that my arm could still get through. Otherwise, you'd have like the smallest hole for your arm. So, you kind of just fit it to your arm. And then I crocheted from there. Just did 6 single crochet stitches and then back loops only for that pretty little hem. And I did that for both arms. And that's what I did for the sweater. I know it's complicated. Peep all this cool footage of Goob. Goob's just chilling as he always does. So yeah, get ready for that final reveal. Here's the final result. So check it out. Whoa, check it out. Look at it. I love how the sleeves came out. I mean, look how rainbow that is. Whoa. I really like this rendition of my clown sweater better than the last one, especially the collar. Like, I love how much more solid this feels. It doesn't feel like it's going to unravel on my body, which is a big plus. I think I would have made the sleeves a little bit longer if I had more yarn, but I kind of like how short it is. It gives it more like clown vibes. So if you guys make your own clown sweater, tag me on social media. I'd love to see them. I'd love to see like the colors that you picked out and if you did something a little different. Here's my socials. Ooh, here's a plug. Go check me out and go tag me when you do cool stuff. If you like this, be sure to like and subscribe. Leave a comment. Yeah, join me next time. Bye.
Fall down the stairs? Oh, Justine.